Hello, everyone. My name is Peter Benjamin. I'm from the Masters of Interdisciplinary Arts and Sciences, Director Larry Knapp. And I am going to present my project, The Universal to the Material, Social Citizenship, Becoming and New Deal Label Organizing in the Chicago Meatpacking Industry. So the first thing that I'm going to cover within the TAC Talks is a discussion about citizenship. So citizenship is often broken down between the public and private sphere. Liberalism, or the idea of natural rights, are often cited within our common discourses as civil rights, political rights, so the right to contract, and the right to legal protections, as well as the right to representation. Whereas public notions of citizenship are often talked about public action, so within those political rights you actually have folks within representational bodies and such. Well, these two have come together to incorporate social rights, so the connection of the private and public with the welfare state. And this has been social citizenship, or the social security of individuals in connection with participation in national communities and affairs, and the support of well-being. So in the US, we're often, social citizenship is often discussed within the New Deal, as you have the passage of the Social Security Act of 1935, which included unemployment insurance, aid to dependent children, as well as the passage of National Labor Relations Act of 1935, which helped legalize collective bargaining as a social and economic right. And then you have the Fair Labor Standards Act of 1938, which instituted the minimum wage, a minimum hour of work week. And I don't think this is actually on the timer. Okay. No? Okay. And the minimum hour work week. And all these things are supposed to come together in order to incorporate social rights, or the idea of economic security and social equality. The problem with this discussion, though, is that the split between public and private has hidden many critiques of social, or problems with social citizenship. For example, citizenship is gendered, and public and private divisions have made it so sorry, I'm nervous about this. Various acts of citizenship have been restricted from women, as well as other folks identify as various genders. The second problem with citizenship is that it's a racialized project. The very notion of the United States welfare state is based within segregation of people of color and white individuals. And finally, the separation of public and private have led to a class-based ideal. In other words, the maintenance of individual freedoms have taken away from the whole or communities that are otherwise exploited. Altogether, this means that the U.S. welfare state has mainly excluded non-white, non-male, and/or non-property owning others. So my question was, how do we reconcile the inequalities in citizen studies theoretically and in their application while looking to support community and social well-being? So in this sense, citizenship is defined as a discursive project, as well as something that is formed within communities, within particular social and political contexts that de-essentialize gender, race, and class in order to provide insight from lived experiences, as well as new interpretations of citizenship that change over time. So my analysis was aided by a politics of becoming, or the sense that organization within communities are in a particular place, and given certain contexts or historical moments, those organizing drives or what have you elevate citizenship to a new level. And this is often centered around the process of analyzing voice or agency within communities. So my case study is of the Chicago Meatpacking Union. Pre-organizing within the union, there was community disconnection between workers, largely based on racial, gendered, and ethnic divisions. Rampant poverty affected the yards, as well as poor working conditions, largely due to the Great Depression. And then the act of becoming, or organizing within the community, called for the redistribution of resources, as well through the union organizing, as well as successful drives, as well as the recognition of the various communities that participated within the union drive as well. And so my conclusion is that social citizenship is still a valuable theoretical framework despite its shortcomings. An analysis of citizenship is reliant on analyzing those various formations of citizenship connected to race, class, and gender. Socio-political movements help us interpret citizenship in large part, and voice and acts of becoming are integral to the study of citizenship. And I have a time slide now.